it's your girlie Maya and I'm back with another video. Today we have a little bit different of a video. Today we have a story time. This will also be a smoke with me too, so if y'all see me doing something, I'm gonna be rolling up. If you smoke, roll up, smoke with me. If you drink, get your drink. If you eat, get your chips, get your drink, whatever. Get ready, because it's gonna be a good story. Okay, so from the title, you can already see that this is gonna be a story time about the time that I went to Vegas for my 21st birthday. And y'all, this is probably like one of my most told stories because people always, they're like, what made you come to Vegas? And I'm like, well, you know, like I came here for my birthday, da 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 da. Then we just go down this long rabbit hole. So let's take it all the way back to the beginning. This was back in 2021. I was born in 2000, so I turned 21 in 2021. The previous year in 2020, that was my first year taking a solo trip by myself. I went to LA during the pandemic. It really wasn't much I could do during the pandemic, considering we were in a pandemic. Take a shot every time I say pandemic. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do, but you know, like I had taken a solo trip. So that was something that I had already done. I really enjoyed it. If anything, the only bad part of my solo trip was that I was a little broke. I ain't gonna cap to you. I was a little poor. I didn't come with enough money. So I was ready to come back home because I didn't have enough money. That's really about it. But other than that, like the being alone aspect, I never had a problem with that. So this time around, I made sure I had my money up. I made sure my money wasn't funny. And because I knew I was going to Vegas, I mean, I had never been to Vegas, but I hear Vegas is not cheap. So, you know, like if I think LA is expensive, I'm going to think Vegas is OD. So I made sure my money was up. And yeah, this is just things that I went into this year's birthday thinking. So I also wanted, I don't want to say I wanted this trip to be a solo trip. Okay, also just a disclaimer before I get too far into this video. This is a story time that I never thought I would bring to the internet, but the person who is involved in the story time, she just posted something not too long ago on her Instagram. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. Because I honestly, once I get done with the story, y'all let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. I honestly don't see where I went wrong in this story. I don't see that I was wrong in this story. So the fact that she just put that on her Instagram story, and it really blew me. Because I'm just like, girl, what are you talking about? But it's no issues. Wish the girl none but the best. But our friendship will never recover. So I just wanted to throw that out there. For my birthday, I tried to book this trip like, I don't know, maybe like a couple months in advance. And your ID expires, like I want to say on like your 21st birthday. I think 21 and then like 30 something is when you got to get a new ID. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I tried to book the ticket, but it wouldn't let me book the ticket because my ID was expired, or technically like when I would be coming back from my trip, it would be expired. So they wouldn't let me book it with an expired ID. I posted something about that on Snapchat. I think I posted something like, oh, dang, I tried to book it, but you know, like it was expired. I searched hard and low for this snap, y'all. I promise y'all I posted this. Can't find it. I searched high and fucking low. Because I don't have the best memory all the time. But I know that's what happened. Like, anyways, according to her, I asked her to come. According to me, she offered to come. Whatever. So she slid up on the story and was like, oh, dang, like, you weren't going to invite me? And I'm like, well, shit, let's go. Got a new ID, rebooked the ticket, and now we going. Okay, cool. So we already booked the trip. Now we, you know, like, we cool. Now comes time for the trip. We get there. We land in Vegas at like 12 noon. And then we go to the hotel room. And you know, if you know, you know. Hotel rooms, you can't check in until like 3. So we paid early for early check-in. We stayed at the Rio. I thought the Rio was on strip, but it was off strip. I did handle booking the hotel room because I found like a pretty good deal on it. But yeah, we were off strip. I didn't know this at the time, but once we figured it out, it wasn't like, you know, we wasn't pressed about it. So we check in early. We go get some breakfast. After breakfast, we kind of just walk around for a little bit. We come back to the hotel room and then we take a nap. I'm really not a nap type of person, but she was tired and, you know, like I'm not finna just be like, well, bitch, I don't want to take a nap. I'm finna leave. You know, I'm like, okay, we might have a long night. Let me go take a nap too. We started getting ready around like 6-ish. I know I got up first because like I said, y'all, I'm not really a napping ass bitch. So I got up first. And then I want to say before we went to sleep, we agreed like, okay, I'm going to get in first. And then once Or I don't know. I think honestly, I was just noticing the time and I was just like, oh, you know, like she's not getting up. So let me get her up. So I was already out the shower, hair done. I'm doing my makeup. I'm like, she don't do her makeup. So I'm just like, you know, that's the last step that I got to do. Let me get her up so she can get ready. I don't think we had like a set time we were about to like go out or nothing. So we're just getting ready just to get ready. I know I wanted to take some pictures for my birthday because I hadn't got a dress made, but that's really it. We didn't really have too many set plans for this trip. I really don't plan too many of my trips out like that. I really just be going with the flow. So, we get dressed, take some pictures. She took my pictures, no issues with that. And then I changed because I did not wear what I was taking pictures in outside. Came back up to the hotel room after taking pictures, and then it was time to go out. She doesn't smoke or drink. I'm not really too much of a drinker. I'm more of a smoker. So we really didn't, like I said, y'all, we didn't have too many set plans. We was just taking it as the days went. So once we came back to the room, we got dressed, and then we headed back out. We took a Uber to the Strip. I don't remember exactly where we took an Uber to, but we took an Uber to the Strip, and we just walked around. We walked around. We went to go get some food. I know we went to, not Tacos El Gordo. It's like a place right next to it that sells like birria. We went there. We just walked around. Good little time. After we walked around, we was like, all right, we ready to head back into the hotel room. Like I said, this was my 21st birthday, and I'm really not much of a drinker. I had already, when we went to brunch, I got my first legal drink, but I was like, oh, you know, like I want to go to the dispensary. I've never been to the dispensary before. So I was going to call the Uber back to the hotel room anyway. So I'm telling her like, hey, I'm going to put in a pickup order at the dispensary so that before we go back to the hotel room, I could pick up something to smoke. And I was telling her, I'm like, I'm going to order it for pickup so that we don't have to, I could just go pick it up and dip out, you know, like we ain't got to be in there for a minute. So she like, okay, cool. She had no protests about me doing that. Right. So also we had went to like Walgreens or something, and we got like some water with us because, you know, they be charging an arm and a goddamn leg for water. So we got a couple of like bigger things of water with us. So we get in the Uber, we get to the dispensary. This is where the discrepancies get discrepanced. So we get to the dispensary. I'm gonna just say my point, and we're not even gonna worry about what she said was said. This is how I remember it. Okay, so we get to the dispensary, and I'm like, all right, is you coming in or is you staying in the car? Or, yeah, is you coming in or is you staying in the car? She said she's gonna stay in the car. I run in, I go get the drugs. Mind you, I had the Uber, like they made a stop, and she did make the comment that she didn't know that Uber, you know, like you could make stops on the Uber because she went to go get out. And I was telling her, I was like, oh, like, you know, like this gonna be the same Uber that's taking us to the hotel. Did you want to stay in the car or did you want to come inside the dispensary? She said she was gonna stay in the car. So I went in, I grabbed my stuff, and I came out. When I came out, I did accidentally go to the wrong side. And so I opened her door, and she kind of, you know, like when you leaning on the door, so her arm kind of fell. Then I was like, oh, my bad, let me go to the other side. I get in the car. We don't say anything else to each other for the rest of the night. I get in the car. We get back to the hotel room. She's rushing to the hotel room. Get out the car. Don't hold the elevator for me. Like, get all the way up to the room. Nothing is being said. Mind y'all, this is still day one. We are not even through day one. So we get back to the hotel room. I just got something to smoke, so I'm finna go take my pre-roll and head downstairs. I go downstairs. I call my daddy because I'm like, I just told him everything I just told y'all. I'm like, am I tripping? Like, what's good? Like, I knew she had an attitude because she didn't hold the elevator, and she just stormed into the hotel so quick and didn't wait for nothing. So I'm just like, I'm so confused. Like, what literally just happened? So the next day, mind y'all, it's my birthday, and I know her. She's the type of person, like, she's a petty person. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say to her friends, but she can get real petty. So I'm just like, I'm not going to be the first person to say something because, like, what the fuck is the issue? Like, I'm so confused as to what the issue is. And it's my birthday. Like, fuck? Like, what? So next morning I wake up. I did fake sleep because I'm like, I don't want to be the first one up. I just want to see if she's going to say something. She didn't. I got up, got in the shower. When I called an Uber. So I did not say nothing to her, but I made sure I turned my ringer on. So you heard when I originally called the Uber. You heard when they picked up the Uber. You heard the little notification when they closed. You know, you got to turn it off or make it stop vibrating. Then you heard when it was outside. You didn't ask where I was going. You didn't ask nothing. So I'm not finna say shit. I go out to eat. Surprisingly, it's so funny how things work. I literally went out to eat at a restaurant around the corner from where I live now. And that's so crazy because I live nowhere near the strip. So, bitch, why the fuck was you over here? So, I go out to eat. I have a good time. Food was not good, but, you know, I'm having a good time in Vegas for my birthday. They done sung happy birthday to me. I'm feeling it. I'm like, happy birthday to me. Like, yes, bitch, 21 in Vegas, period. So, on the way back to the hotel room in the Uber, I'm on Facebook. If you from a small town, y'all use Facebook. So I'm on Facebook. I'm seeing she commented. Somebody made a status and was like, you go to Vegas with a motherfucker and they start acting different. And here she is in the comments egging the shit on. What's tea? What's tea? What's good? Like, I'm so confused. Like, what's good? So after that, I'm like, okay, so like there is an issue. Not that like, you know, like you can't tell me there's not an issue now. So when I get back to the hotel room, she's on the phone. I don't know exactly who she's on the phone with, but when I get in the door, she was just like, mind you, her name has Maya in it as well. She was like, them Maya's tripping. E Maya to Maya, da 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 da. They tripping. Okay. Okay. So I'm like, is there anything you want to say to me? Like, do you want to talk? She said, I said everything I have to say to you. What did you say? I'm so confused. Like, yo, I'm getting so much more confused because, like, you haven't said nothing to me. You know, like, the last thing you said to me was, you gonna stay in the car. So I'm confused. All right. So I go downstairs. Mind y'all, I left my charger this trip. So I've been using her charger. Now we mad at each other. Bitch, fuck you and that charger. Phone finna die. I'm downstairs. I'm calling my sister. I'm calling my brother. I'm calling my granny. I'm calling my daddy. I'm in distress. Cause like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I'm so confused. I'm running the story down to everybody. Everybody like, you can't be telling me the whole story. It's the same story I just sat here and told y'all. Like, I promise you, like, that's how I remember it. If my memory is not correct, hey. But I'm just like, yeah, this is what happened. And they're like, we don't even get it. You know, like, we're confused. We don't know. I'm in the lobby of the hotel, bawling my fucking eyes out, crying hysterically. Cause like, y'all, I've never, like, at this moment, even to this day, like, I've never had a friendship breakup like this. Like, this was really on like a nigga breakup type shit. Like, on some, you just didn't see it coming. Like, it's like a nigga cheated on me or something. Cause like, what happened? You know, like, what really happened? It's just, I don't get it. And then like when you look at what friend it was, it's like out of all friends, I never would have expected us to get into some shit like this. Like, they're having fun. But yeah, I'm just like, it's really just blowing me. Cause like, I just don't get it. Like, that was just my word of it. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. I'm confused. That's all I was feeling. I'm in the lobby, like I'm saying, just bawling my eyes out. Phone finna die. I eventually have to buy a charger from my hotel. $50 for a charger. So I bought a charger. Then it's like a small charger. That bitch like 3 feet. So phone charging. I'm just like, the type of person I am, I'm just like, I can't stay here. Like, I gotta go now. Now the trip's ruined. Now I have to go home. Cause I'm just like, there's absolutely no way I'm gonna stay in this hotel room with her. And we just got into it. I don't know how I ended up on the phone with my uncle. My granny probably told him, my daddy probably told him, I don't know. But I called him, telling him the same shit. He don't understand either. But he was just like, nah, like, you can't go home. Like, you can't do that. And he ended up booking me a hotel, or he gave me like an option to book some hotel rooms. I ended up booking a hotel room And I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I thought you had to be older than 21 to book a hotel room. I don't recall. I use Airbnb a lot. That's probably like the only hotel room I've ever booked. So I don't really know how I was able to book it. I ended up booking it, changed hotel rooms. After like the whole me buying the charger, me talking to my uncle in the lobby, I went back upstairs, I packed up all my stuff, and I left. I didn't say nothing. I just dipped up out of there. When I left, I unfollowed her from all social medias. I unfriended all of her family from all social medias. Um, and yeah, before I left, I did have somebody look at her social media because I was just curious if we were going to be flying back together, because I would have paid anything not to sit next to this bitch. I promise y'all, like, when I'm so hard to piss off, but once you piss me off, like, it's over with. And I'll say it's only hard for me to piss off for my friends, because like just a normal person, I'm kind of easy to piss off. But for my friends, like, I feel like with my true friends, I don't be having, not that we not gonna get into a disagreement, but like really just something to this magnitude. I just feel like, are we not able to conversate with one another and talk about whatever the issue is? So I go on with my trip. If y'all want a story time about how my trip went, because I honestly, it's some tea. It's some tea. I met somebody and it was really like a movie. Like, it really felt like a movie. So if you want the story on that, let me know. But more just going this friendship story. So months later, my birthday is in August. So my birthday is in August. I moved to Vegas that next August. So I want to say this is like January, December-ish. Maybe like January, February. Because it's cold outside. It's snowing. I remember that vividly. I'm outside pumping gas, and I'm in the car. Somebody come knock on my window, and at first I wasn't going, because I'm not finna roll the window down. It's like actively snowing right now, very much actively. So I'm not finna roll the window down. I'm finna get out. And I wasn't gonna get out, but then my gas stopped. So I'm like, well, damn, I gotta get out right now. Anyway, so I get out. She's out there, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of just in shock, because like I wasn't expecting to see you here. And like, out of all things, especially given how the last time ended, I'm not expecting you to come knock on my fucking window. So she come knock on my window. I get out. She's telling me that she missed me. She's sorry about how things happened. Yeah, we probably should have just talked about it then and there. She didn't want to ruin my birthday. Yada, yada, yada. Honestly, in this whole interaction, I'm just like so much in shock. Sometimes I don't really be knowing how to process my emotions. And like, I don't know, I just be a little stunned. You know, like, you got to give me some time to process what's going on. So I'm really just processing it. I really didn't say too much. I don't recall everything that I say. I know I definitely didn't say that I miss her too, because I don't think that I did at that point. Now I'm at the point where, like, yes, I do miss the friendship at certain times, but also, especially from that interaction, and we had maybe like one or two interactions in person afterwards, I just knew that there was no way that I could that friendship was just never going to be the same. I felt like from her perspective, it kind of felt like, I don't know if she felt like it was the same. It felt like she did, or if not, she was trying to make it be. But, and I say that just because, I don't know, like, she would call me at certain times and she would ask me about certain things. And it's just like, from my perspective, I no longer feel cool with you to where I would tell you information like that. But clearly you feel cool enough to tell me shit like that. But anyway, after us being just in person a couple times, it just never felt the same to where it felt last time. Like, I don't know, just based off of, I think it's really, one, I feel like we're grown. We could have had a conversation about it. She said that, I believe, she didn't feel comfortable with the Uber. And in her perspective, I told her to stay in the car. I didn't ask her if she would stay in the car or if she was leaving. But also, even if that is the case, and I told this to her as well, even if I told you, I just recently told this to her, even if I told you that you stay in the car, who the fuck am I to tell you what to do. If you felt uncomfortable and I just told you to stay in the car, I don't get your grown ass out the car. Like, I'm so, like, that sounds a little harsh with me saying it. And I feel like I'm only saying it that harsh because I know for a fact I did not say that. But it's just like, if I told you to stay in the car and you felt uncomfortable, why not get out the car and just be like, bitch, why the fuck would you want me to stay in the car with that motherfucker? You know, we could have took our shit, canceled the ride, and called a new one. It like, I just, like, how was I supposed to know that you felt uncomfortable if you did not express that? You could have texted that to me. If you didn't want to say it out loud in front of the Uber, you could have did anything. I just don't understand that. And that's why I say that I feel like I don't want to say I didn't do anything wrong, because I definitely could have, I guess, tried maybe a little more to maybe have a conversation before just leaving. But one, like I said, I didn't say that shit in the Uber. And like I said, if you did feel some type of way, you could have got out. Like, nobody, I didn't tell the Uber to lock the doors and don't let you out. You were not held hostage. You could have gotten out. That's what I cannot get over that. You could have gotten out the car at any point. I cannot get past that. But anyway, yeah, we hung out a couple times and it never gave what I wish it would have gave, what it gave before. And I'm very sad about that. I very much wish that didn't happen, because that was a nice friend. We met when I was a freshman in high school, and this happened, like I said, when I was 21. I was 14, I think. 13 or 14 as a freshman. So, we knew each other for a good little period of time, and we had never really, I'm not trying to sound like a pick me, a victim, none of that. But I'm just not the type of person that has a lot of issues with a lot of my friends. And I feel like if we disagree with one another, we can say that to each other. Or like, at least I'm the type of person, the way I look at things with other people, not just friends, anybody, coworkers, anything. If you do something, or if I feel some type of way and it's going to affect the way that I treat you, or the way that I feel about you, or the way that I look at you, like, to change something like that, I have to tell you. If it can happen and it's just like, all right, cool, it's still my bitch, fuck it. Like, that might not be something that needs to be brought up. But if it's something that's going to make you treat me any type of different, or feel some type of way, or it's got you feeling uncomfortable, why wouldn't you say something? And why, as your friend, do you think that I'm reading your mind to know how you feeling? So, yeah, if y'all watch this entire story time, please let me know down in the comments. I'm very curious to know your feedback as somebody who is far removed from the situation and don't know nothing. I know this is only one side of the story, but like I said, I have no ill will towards her. This was a very unfortunate situation. We both agreed on that this was just unfortunate that this had to happen like that. But yeah, we can't take it back, and we can't take back how we now feel. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I will catch y'all in the next episode of Vlogmas. Bye.